Go and open your book to page 358. This section is on how to solve polynomial equations on a higher degree, the higher than the quadratic. So let's go to example 1. So you have 3x to the 4 plus 4x to the 3 minus x squared plus 4x minus 4 equal to 0. And they don't give you any additional information. So this is all you get. So it's a fourth power, so you need to get 4 answers. So this is what you're going to do. Okay? So in order to use a synthetic division, you need to go and know what number to try. Right now they don't give you any clue, so you need to find a way to name it down the list. Okay, the way you're going to do that is you find the factors of the first number. So this one over here, so factors would be plus or minus 1, plus or minus 3. Then you need to find the factor of these. So it would be plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 4. Okay, so find the factor of these, find the factor of these. Then you find all the combination that this over these. So you're going to start a list. So let's start with using this one. So this one over here will give you plus or minus 1, right? Use these two. And then this one over here will be plus or minus 1/3. So again, this over these. Okay? So you're done with 1, then you go to 2. So it'll be plus or minus 2, plus or minus 2 over 3. Right? So again, this over this over this. Then go to the next one, this one over this over this. Then this one, plus or minus 4, plus or minus 4 over 3. Okay? So these are the lists that you should try. So don't try if it's not on the list. So don't try like 3. It's not going to work. Okay? So this will this will lower your list. Because without that, you have no clue what number to try. So you only try these numbers over here. Okay? And this is what you want to do. You want to use a pen to write down your coefficient 3, 4, -1, 4, -4. Okay? Then you're going to use pencil to try different numbers. And then you have to keep track of, you want to put a table and keep track of what numbers that you have. Okay? So let's put over here. Now remember the remainder theorem? The evaluation and synthetic division are interchangeable. So if I try 0, then I substitute in here, I get all these. So I'm going to end up with a -4. So basically, you're going to, just like you're playing the guessing game, right? Hot, cold, right? Hot, cold. So you can get closer or farther away, right? So you want to do that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, let's go and try a number. Now, I usually like to try 1 and -1 because those are easier to evaluate. Okay? So I'm going to try 1. Right? 1 is on the list, right? So I can try that. So drop, multiply, you add, multiply, you add, multiply, you add, multiply, you add. So if I try 1, I get 6. Right? If I try 1, I get 6. Okay? So it looks like there's a number in between here, right? Again, you want to try to get 0, if possible. Okay? So by doing that, you can see that looks like there's a number in between. So you go out to the list. Okay? So in order to get 0 over here, you have to try something between 0 and 1. So we do have two numbers. We got 1/3 and 2/3. Right? Now notice that 0 is kind of closer to the -4, right? You want to get 0. So let's try 1/3, see if it works. Okay? So let's try 1/3. So you drop, multiply, you add, multiply. Okay, you add, multiply, you add. Let's see, double check, make sure it's all good. Okay. 2/3, okay, 2/9, and so this one looks kind of really yucky. Okay, So this one, you know, it's going to be some kind of negative. Okay. Again, you don't want to be exact. So you know that it's not quite make it yet. Okay. So let's try 2/3. Okay. What if you use calculator? Let's use calculator then. Okay. So 38 over 27 minus 4 equal. Okay. So negative 70 over 27. Okay. Now don't use decimal. Okay. So obviously that one didn't work, right? Okay. So you know that 1/3 is still giving negative. So obviously we're gonna try 2/3, right? Again, you only try the numbers on the list. If it's not on the list, don't waste your time. Okay, so drop the number, multiply, you add, multiply, you add. Erase it better. Okay, multiply, you add, multiply, you add. Yes. So we got 1 right over here. Okay, so 2/3 would be the 1. Okay, so now once you found 1, right? Don't go back to original again. Okay, you want to. So this would be your next one you want to try. So that one is good. So keep that. Okay, so don't go back to original, or else you end up you're going to take forever. You're going to get stuck. Okay, now once you get to this point, right? When you see the symmetric coefficient, that is good because it means you can solve by factoring by using groups. If it's not, then you have to kind of try a different number. So over here, so what you have right now is you have 3x cubed plus 6x squared plus 3x plus 6 equal to 0. Okay, so that's what you have right now. So I'm going to divide it by 3 to lower my number. Okay, and I'm going to solve by grouping. So I'm going to factor out the x squared. Okay, factor out the x plus 2. So I get x squared plus 1 equal to 0. So I get another one. So I get x equal to negative 2. And from here, I have the x squared equal to negative 1. So x equal to plus or minus I. And that's how I get all the answers. And don't forget this one. Okay, over here you got x equal to 2/3. Okay, so that's how you solve it. Okay? Okay, so let's go and cover a couple more examples. Okay, let's go to page 360. Now, if you try all the numbers and if none of the numbers work, right, that means there's no rational roots. And then that's it. So your answer would be no rational roots. Okay, so let's do one more time, one more example. So let's go to page 360, and let's go and do number 4. You have negative x to the 4 minus 6x to the 3 plus 9x squared minus 6x plus 8 equal to 0. Now, I don't like to have a negative in the beginning, so I'm going to multiply it by negative 1. So I get x to the 4 plus 6x to the 3 minus 9x squared plus 6x minus 8 equal to 0. Right? Basically, I multiply 8 by negative 1, so I don't have negative in front. Okay, again, there's no clue to giving, so you have to make your list. So this is plus or minus 1. This is plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 4, plus or minus 8. Now, since it's only 1, so every time you divide, this would be your list, right? Right, because it's plus or minus 1. Okay, so that's not too bad. We got 8 choices, right? Okay, so that's going to try. So let's go and get our synthetic division. So 1, 6, negative 9, 6, negative 8. Okay. Again, remember, use a pen for this, and you can use pencil over here so you can erase. But you have to keep track. You have to make a table, right? But the first one is always 0. If you try 0, you substitute 0, 0, 0, you're going to get negative 8. Okay? So that's one is like giving. So you can use that and as a comparison. Okay, so I'm going to try, again, I'm going to try 1 so I can see what direction I need to go. Okay? So I'm going to try 1 and 1 So you multiply, then you add, multiply, you add, multiply, you add, multiply, then you add. So you try 1, you're going to get -4. Okay? Now, so, and then what happens is those are getting closer, right? So you might want to try 2 next, right? Okay, so try 2 next. Again, use a pen to do this, so that way when you use pencil, you can erase this without messing it up. See that? Okay, so try 2. For those on the math team, that's what you do. That's what red pen is for. Okay, so you drop the number, multiply, you add, multiply, you add, multiply, you add, multiply, you add. So you try. Okay, now we're in trouble. It doesn't work. So you have to try the other one. Maybe try -1. Okay? Now for this problem, you try all the numbers. None of the number work. You never get it. So in this case, there's no rational roots. Okay? So in this case, none of this will work. Okay? So you have to go through the list. So in this case, you can see that there should be a number in between, but there's none. So it's not going to work. Okay. Okay, so let's go back to this one. So go ahead and try. So let's go and do some practice. The reason we skip number 3 because number 3 is no rational roots. None of them is going to work. So I don't want to waste your time on that. Okay.
Thank you.